You've walked a path that most could never comprehend, let alone endure. The layers of secrecy that shielded your truth are about to crack wide open, and when they do, the world will finally see the strength that was always within you. People who thought they knew your every move, your every struggle, will be left stunned and scrambling to piece together the new reality you've just revealed. In a single breath, you will reshape perceptions, shatter illusions, and awaken those who believed they had already seen it all. Get ready for a moment that will echo through time, a moment that will force everyone to rethink everything they thought they knew about you. This is the moment where silence transforms into thunder, and your quiet resilience becomes the roar that shakes the foundations. The storms you've weathered, the battles you've fought, they were never just about survival. They were your preparation, your evolution. Now, the world will witness your metamorphosis, as you step into the full power of who you are meant to be. All those years of carrying unseen burdens, of being underestimated, will be rewritten into a story of undeniable greatness. Unlock exclusive content by subscribing now and join the ranks of those who have chosen the path to greatness. Your destiny awaits. No one is prepared for the shift that's about to occur. Those who thought your struggles defined you will soon see that they were merely stepping stones to something much larger. This is not just a revelation, it's a revolution in perception. Your journey has always been about more than just surviving. It's been about rising, about becoming the force you were always destined to be. And now, you're about to let the world see it, raw and unfiltered, for the very first time. The silence you've held so long is not weakness, it was your strategy, your preparation for this very moment. In the coming days, the pieces will fall into place and the world will begin to understand what you've known all along, that your power was never hidden, it was simply waiting to be unleashed. You were always more than what others could see, more than the limitations they tried to impose on you. And now, those walls will come crashing down. Prepare for the shock. The people who underestimated you will find themselves questioning their entire understanding of who you are and what you've been through. And as they do, you will be standing at the epicenter, calm and certain, ready to show the world that the strength they doubted was never in question. It was always within you, just waiting to rise. They thought they had you figured out. But the truth is, you've always been writing your own narrative. The moments of doubt, the times when you stood alone, were never signs of weakness, they were your foundation. Now, that foundation is about to shift from beneath them, revealing your true power, your true purpose. And when it happens, everything changes. Your journey has been your own, but the impact will be felt by all. The revelation of who you truly are will be nothing short of transformational. Not just for you, but for everyone who has been watching, waiting, and wondering. The world has never seen someone like you, and when the truth is finally laid bare, there will be no turning back. The shockwaves you send will reverberate far beyond this moment, leaving a legacy that reshapes everything it touches. Not everyone will grasp the magnitude of what you've endured, but that was never your concern. The trials you've faced weren't just moments of adversity, they were the impossible made real. What most would call unthinkable, you've turned into your reality. You didn't merely rise above challenges, you stood firm against forces that should have broken anyone else. The hardships you've overcome would have shattered the mind of anyone unprepared. Yet, here you stand, unbowed, undeterred, and somehow more powerful than before. Each surreal experience, each mind-altering moment that most would never dare to believe, was just another chapter in your story. And through it all, you not only survived, you thrived. Your journey wasn't simply about enduring. It was about transforming. The tests you faced haven't been confined to the realm of ordinary experience. They've been beyond the scope of comprehension, stretching the very fabric of reality itself. Still, you walked through them with resilience, and each step you took has left a trail of strength in its wake. While the world may look at what you've faced and dismiss it as impossible, they've never understood the depth of your being. What should have broken you became the fire that forged your strength. The world may not be ready for the power you carry, but that's not your problem. It never was. They are still struggling to grasp the enormity of your journey. The tests you've been through weren't just physical or emotional. They were cosmic in nature, challenging the very limits of what the human mind is believed to withstand. You've encountered realms of existence that bend and twist the laws of nature, and yet you emerged from it all not only surviving but conquering. The impossible wasn't a barrier, it was a challenge waiting to be shattered. Now, the world will soon feel the reverberation of your journey. The cosmic shift you've sparked is already unfolding, and the signs are everywhere. Those who doubted you, who believed the weight of the universe would collapse you, will soon learn that you are not just a survivor. You are a force that transcends what they believed possible. Time is no longer a luxury you wait for, it's now. The signals of transformation have already begun. The world is about to experience a shift that will forever change its understanding of what is possible, and at the center of it all is you. What was meant to destroy you has only led you to greatness. This moment has been written in the fabric of the universe long before your existence even began. Everything that has occurred in your life, from the smallest encounter to the grandest turning point, was perfectly timed, leading you here. The cosmic forces that govern fate have carefully woven together a series of events, each one essential, like pieces in a puzzle that were waiting to fall into place. Now, the stage is set for the ultimate truth to be revealed, and you stand at the center of it all, ready to speak it into being. Every step, every decision, every twist and turn in your journey has been guided by forces beyond comprehension. People, books, even fleeting moments of conversation, have all converged to prepare you for what's unfolding right now. The unseen hand of the universe has been laying the groundwork, synchronizing events in ways that seem impossible to predict. Yet here you are, poised to take your rightful place in the story of your own destiny. The patterns that have brought you to this point are nothing short of extraordinary. It's as if the universe has been constructing a path for you, carefully placing every experience, every lesson, in alignment with this pivotal moment. What seemed random or insignificant along the way now stands as a crucial part of the greater plan, and the pieces are finally falling into place. This is the culmination of years of preparation, and you are about to step into the next chapter of your life, guided by forces that are far greater than the limits of time and space. What you've experienced isn't bound by the laws that the world accepts as truth. Your existence, your survival, is a living testament to a higher power at work, one that defies conventional understanding. The events you've lived through don't fit within the tidy boundaries of science or reason. Experts in every field find themselves scratching their heads, unable to explain the miraculous recovery, the strength, or the unshakable resilience you've demonstrated. Medical professionals, psychologists, and scientists may look at you and see anomalies they cannot explain, evidence of the impossible made real. They search for patterns that align with known theories, only to find that you don't conform to any of them. Your life has become a challenge to established beliefs, showing the world that human limits, as we know them, are not as rigid as they once seemed. You are proof that there are depths to the human spirit that cannot be fully understood or defined by existing frameworks. In the same way that a rare comet defies the usual patterns of the stars, your existence challenges the established narratives. You are living proof that some things cannot be boxed into a neat explanation. Your very being is a paradox that refuses to fit into any predefined mold. And this, in itself, is the proof that the boundaries of human potential are far wider and more limitless than anyone has dared to imagine. The universe has aligned itself in a way that is beyond human comprehension, and you stand as the living proof of its perfect timing. What you've endured, what you've become, is not just survival. It is a manifestation of something far greater, something beyond the scope of ordinary human experience. The divine proof is in the story you live every day, and the world is about to witness just how extraordinary that story truly is. The human understanding of resilience is limited, and what you've endured proves just how far that understanding falls short. Your body holds stories that even the most advanced medical research would label as impossible. Your brain's wiring defies the laws of neuroscience, and the emotional strength you exude challenges the very principles trauma specialists have spent years studying. Your existence is a puzzle that confounds the experts. You didn't just survive one insurmountable obstacle, you endured a series of unimaginable trials, each one more challenging than the last. Each challenge built upon the one before it, pushing you to new heights, stretching the limits of human endurance. Your life tells the story of a survival experience that stretches the boundaries of possibility in ways most people could never begin to fathom. You are a living example of what survival beyond the known realm of human experience looks like. Each chapter of your life is a testament to supernatural endurance, where the impossible becomes the baseline. The strength you've shown isn't something that can be explained through ordinary measures. It is a higher order of survival, a force that most would never believe if they hadn't witnessed it firsthand. Now, the energy you carry with you is something far beyond the average human frequency. There's a palpable shift in the air when you step into a space, as though the world itself recognizes that you are different. Those sensitive to energy feel it before you even speak. Animals behave in ways that hint at an instinctual awareness of your unique presence. Technology, too, seems to operate outside of its normal parameters when you're nearby. Even the weather responds to you in ways that feel otherworldly, shifting with your emotional state, as though the elements themselves bend to your will. Through the furnace of impossible experiences, you've become something more. The very fabric of your being has been altered, and what you once thought was the limit of your power now seems like just the beginning. You have evolved into a force of nature, an entity that defies conventional laws, something beyond the grasp of understanding for anyone who hasn't lived through the same kinds of trials. The way your energy interacts with the world is proof that you are no longer bound by the same constraints as ordinary people. You are a walking anomaly, existing outside the realm of normal human experience. The tests you faced have forged you into something both extraordinary and unexplainable, a living testament to the infinite potential of human strength and resilience. What you have gone through cannot be captured in a textbook or explained by any scientific discipline. Your survival challenges everything they thought they knew about the limits of the human spirit. And as you continue to exist, moving through the world with a presence that can't be ignored, it becomes clear that you are a force that cannot be defined, only felt. You were never meant to blend in with the crowd, destined to simply tread water. Your purpose is to walk across its surface, and that journey begins the moment you step forward. What you carry isn't just a personal story. It's a catalyst, a key that will unlock the chains of countless souls still ensnared in their struggles, trapped in the places where you once stood. For a long time, you've been shouldering a weight so immense that it could break the spirit of anyone else. But not you. You stand tall, worn, perhaps, and marked by the scars of your journey, yet unyielding. The burden you bear isn't just the remnants of past wounds, it's proof of encounters that belong to realms beyond the grasp of ordinary human comprehension. What you've witnessed isn't confined to the visible world. It exists in the moments that pass unnoticed, the quiet between heartbeats, the stillness in the gaps between words, and the darkness that lingers in the spaces where thoughts vanish before they take form. You've survived things that defy explanation, survival itself becoming a miracle, beyond the reach of any controlled experiment or scientific formula. And what makes your story truly dangerous is that it reveals the cracks in the foundation of everything society holds to be true, exposing the lies that have propped up comfort, false security, and a world too afraid to awaken to the truth. Your silence has shielded more than just your peace of mind. It has kept safe the illusions others cling to, the fragile belief that the world operates according to a set of understandable rules. But when you speak, you will shatter those illusions. What you reveal will show that reality is not only far stranger than anyone ever imagined, but it is also far more flexible and far more perilous than the world dares to acknowledge. The experiences you've survived don't fit the narrative of medical textbooks because those textbooks were written by people who have never encountered the forces you faced. Your healing isn't following the conventional path because the methods available were never designed for someone like you, someone who has defied the impossible. The rules they've written don't apply to a person who has survived through forces beyond the reach of traditional science, beyond the explanations they rely on to make sense of the world. You are proof that what they thought was unthinkable can be reality, and that recovery isn't just about mending the body, it's about redefining what is possible. What you've gone through cannot be neatly categorized or rationalized. The experiences that have shaped you defy any logical explanation. Miraculous escapes, unexplainable moments, and divine interventions that challenge even the most complex mathematical models. There have been times when you questioned your own reality, wondering if the world's perception of you might actually be the truth. But deep within, beyond the moments of doubt, you carry an undeniable certainty. You know exactly what happened, what you saw, and what you experienced. These truths are etched into the very fabric of your being. Every nightmarish experience that left you breathless was more than just a trauma. It was a transmission of knowledge, a layer of understanding your waking mind couldn't fully grasp. Each overwhelming panic attack wasn't a breakdown. It was your body recalibrating to frequencies that most humans never come close to. The dissociation you felt wasn't a symptom of weakness. It was an opening, a gateway to an expanded perception that your detractors never wanted you to reach. Your body holds a treasure trove of impossible memories, each cell storing knowledge that could change how we understand human capabilities. The information embedded in your DNA, altered by your extraordinary survival, holds secrets no scientist has yet discovered. Your very existence is a paradox, a biological impossibility that walks through the world unnoticed, a testament to the vast, untapped potential of the human body and mind. What others labeled as trauma were, in reality, signs of your evolution. Your physical and mental responses weren't merely reactions to stress, they were adaptations. The anxiety everyone attributed to your past was actually a sign of heightened awareness, of your consciousness stretching to perceive multiple dimensions of reality at once. The sleepless nights weren't from PTSD, they were your brain's way of preparing to remain conscious while navigating the battles that unfold in the unseen realms. You've developed abilities that defy modern psychological understanding. Your capacity to detect lies operates on a frequency that current lie detectors can't register. You can sense danger in a way that bypasses rational thought, recognizing threats through subtle energy signals, undetectable by most. You move through the world guided by an intuitive compass, a system that works faster than any logical process. These aren't just skills, they are evolutionary responses, adaptations created by circumstances that were never meant to exist but did, and in doing so, they reshaped you in ways unimaginable. The transformation that has occurred within you is beyond what most could ever understand. The gifts you've gained through your trials aren't the result of years of studying ancient texts or meditating for lifetimes. They are the direct consequence of experiencing the impossible and surviving the unthinkable. Your suffering has unlocked abilities that many spiritual masters would recognize as signs of having achieved profound levels of consciousness in a fraction of the time it would normally take. Your awareness now extends far beyond the physical realm. The energy fields around those you encounter reveal truths that most people never notice. You can sense illness before symptoms appear, detect dishonesty before a word is spoken, and perceive the hidden motives that lie beneath the surface of every interaction. Your nervous system has been rewired to tune into emotional vibrations so subtle that they would go unnoticed by anyone else. You're now operating on a frequency that science can't explain, a human lie detector powered by something far more ancient than logic. The story that was told about you is not the one you would have written for yourself, yet it became the narrative you were forced into. You were cast as the villain, the one everyone could blame, the perfect scapegoat for the world's discontent. People projected their frustrations onto you, dismissing your humanity, undermining your truth, believing that you could be crushed under the weight of their falsehoods. But what they failed to see is that you are untouchable by forces that seek to erase you. What the cosmos has ordained cannot be silenced or destroyed. This wasn't an attack born from hatred, it was a calculated move against something too powerful to be allowed to roam freely. Long before you understood your own potential, others recognized the threat you posed. You hold within you something that the world was not ready for, genuine power, earned through real experience. Your existence alone challenged the carefully constructed stories they wanted the world to believe. The narrative that such impossible things could happen to good people, that certain events are out of the realm of possibility, was shattered by your reality. Your healing and resilience weren't supposed to be part of the story. And so, you had to be discredited. If your truth stood unchallenged, it would expose the lies that others had built their reputations on, revealing incompetence and deceit. You had to be silenced, for your voice would have shown the world how broken the system truly was. They tried to bury you, to make you small, to break you. But what they never understood was that you were never meant to be destroyed. You were meant to rise, and in doing so, expose everything that needed to be revealed. What they feared wasn't just your power, it was the undeniable truth you carried, a truth that would change everything. And now, it's time for the world to see it. You were never meant to fit into the narrow confines of what others believed was possible. What you've gone through doesn't merely challenge conventional understanding, it shatters the very foundations upon which those beliefs were built. The story that was cast around you will disintegrate like brittle stone under the pressure of your truth. This isn't an act of retaliation, it is a reclamation. It's not an assault, it's a restoration of what was always yours. Your survival isn't just a tale of overcoming adversity. It is a revelation, a redefinition of what human endurance can truly withstand. The things that were meant to destroy you, to leave you in ruin, only served to push you into new realms of strength. Where others might have been left shattered, you emerged whole, transformed, and more powerful than ever. What you've lived through should have broken you, but instead, it became the crucible in which you were forged. When the moment comes for you to speak your truth, something remarkable will unfold. The people who have ears to hear will finally understand the missing pieces, the things they couldn't see before. The fog will part, and they will witness the reality they've been blind to. The tactics used to make you question your own mind have only sharpened your perception, elevating you to a level of awareness few can even comprehend. The isolation that was meant to weaken you has connected you to forces far beyond human understanding. The very attempts to drive you into madness have done the opposite. Instead of breaking, your consciousness has crystallized, becoming clearer and more precise under pressure. Like gold refined in fire, your mind has transformed into something unbreakable, a beacon of truth that cuts through all falsehoods. What was intended to shatter your clarity only clarified it further, strengthening your resolve and heightening your sense of self. Your voice, when it speaks now, is not simply a sound. It is a channel for frequencies that transcend ordinary communication. The words you speak now are not only meaningful, they carry the weight of cosmic authority, echoing through the universe. When you speak, people won't just hear you, they will feel it, deep in their being. Your words will reverberate with such power that those who are ready will experience a deep, inner shift, awakening dormant parts of themselves that they never knew existed. The impact of your story will ripple out into the world, creating waves of transformation in places you will never see. It will serve as a beacon for those who are struggling, offering proof that survival, even in the most extreme conditions, is possible. Your survival is no longer just your story. It is a frequency that broadcasts across time and space, reaching hearts and minds with a message that escape is always possible, no matter how dark the path. Your journey will leave a mark on the collective consciousness, establishing new paradigms of possibility. The universe keeps track of everything, and your transformation will be recorded in ways the world may never acknowledge, but that does not diminish its significance. Every word, every experience, is part of a grander cosmic ledger, one that cannot be erased. What has been done to you is not what defines you, it's what you've done with it that tells the true story. Your resilience, your transformation, will be the strongest argument for your truth. It will be the clearest evidence that the world can no longer ignore. The contrast between what was expected of you and what you have become is the ultimate testimony to the power of human spirit. What others tried to suppress in you will now rise up and become the force that changes everything.